Today on the show, an 80-year-old grandmother crushes the Ironman World Championship in Hawaii, proving it's never too late to chase a dream. A promise made between a kindergartner and her teacher comes full circle nearly 20 years later, and a 9-year-old boy trades his skateboard to save an injured kitten, then wins a national award. It's Friday, October 17th, and this is the Feel Good Flyover. Hi, I'm Amy Hess, your host for the Feel Good Flyover, where we shine a light on the stories that lift you up and remind you that the world's still full of good. From small acts of kindness to big moments of triumph, we've got a lineup today that'll leave you feeling inspired heading into the weekend. Let's get ready for takeoff. Meet Natalie Grayboe, an 80-year-old grandmother from Mountain Lakes, New Jersey, who just made history at the 2025 Ironman World Championship in Kona, Hawaii on October 11th. This isn't just about a race. It's about a woman who didn't even start triathlons until her 60s, proving it's never too late to chase a dream. Her story is one for the books. Growing up, she was a cheerleader, but that's about all her family could afford in regards to athletic fees. She was not able to afford swim lessons, so she didn't learn how to swim until she was 59. That's right. She taught herself to swim at the YMCA with a little help from books, videos, and some friendly advice. She'd been a runner since her 40s, jogging with coworkers during lunch breaks, but injuries in her 50s pushed her to try triathlons at 60. Can you imagine? At an age when most folks are slowing down, Natalie was gearing up for her first Ironman, learning to swim and bike for a race that's 140.6 miles of pure grit. I talked to her coach, Michelle Lake, who said she's been training Natalie since January 2024. The two words she would use to describe her client are resilient and competitive. She said she doesn't just race against her peers, she studies the men in her age group and finds ways to beat them. Michelle said they headed to Kona with a hunch Natalie could break a record, and she did. At 80, Natalie became the oldest woman ever to finish the Ironman World Championship, crossing the finish line in 16 hours, 45 minutes, and 26 seconds. She beat the previous record set by Cherie Gruenfeld, who was inducted into the Ironman Hall of Fame this year. Natalie's a mom of 2, grandma of 4, trains 2 hours a day, and is fueled by veggies, dark chocolate, and a whole lot of heart. Here's the best part. We've got the footage of Natalie crossing that finish line with the crowd and her coach cheering her on. Take a listen.
Yeah. Here she comes from the USA, Natalie Grayboe. Yes! After she comes from everybody, can you scream? Can you scream louder?
Natalie told reporters she races with gratitude, saying it's the journey that matters. I'm so lucky to do this. Her daughter Amy said the family's bursting with pride, but Natalie stays pretty down to earth about the whole thing. She keeps her racing medals in the basement and her winner's bowl from Kona in her living room bookcase. She's already planning her next race because for Natalie, 80's just a number. If you feel inspired and want to learn more, we have several links for you in the show notes. Let's dive into a heartwarming story about a promise made nearly 2 decades ago, brought full circle by faith and a viral moment. In 2007, 5-year-old Caylissa Longoria stood teary-eyed at her kindergarten graduation, clutching a flower, shy about walking in front of everyone. Her teacher, Miss Fisher, promised to cheer her on at her high school graduation. Life took Caylissa through early motherhood, college at UC Davis during COVID, and now graduate school. But without Miss Fisher's contact info, that promise lingered in her mind. When Caylissa found an old photo in 2025, it sparked a quest to reconnect with her.
Recently, I actually found a photo of my kindergarten graduation with myself and Miss Fisher, and all the memories came back. Decided, what if I posted this picture on TikTok and see if social media can help me find her?
That TikTok showing the photo in her story led Caylissa to Miss Fisher, who instantly recognized her as the, quote, little mama of her class, who helped everyone. Caylissa shared with me how faith turned this into a redemption. Definitely God's timing, she says. My own daughter is in kindergarten, so even though I didn't find my teacher when she asked me to, I found her now. I see myself in Miss Fisher as a young mom and college student, and in my daughter as a shy kindergartner. It's a full circle moment. God kept telling me to share my story. I'm just a vessel, and I hope to inspire anyone at all. Miss Fisher, now a school administrator, had similar sentiments. She said, if I've made a difference in one child's life, that's enough. Caylissa hopes Miss Fisher joins her master's graduation to share that celebration. Check our show notes for Cayllissa's TikTok and an article from People magazine. Caylissa says it best about how influential teachers are.
It's so beautiful and inspiring what teachers can really do.
Our final story takes us to Yuma, Arizona, where an 8-year-old boy's compassion turned a moment of cruelty into something beautiful. Last year, Zayn Berry was at a local skate park when he saw a group of older kids tossing around a tiny injured kitten like a football. Heartbroken and angry, Zayn acted fast. He ran over and offered the kids his skateboard if they'd stop. They took the board and left, giving him the chance to scoop up the kitten and run straight to his mom. She told a local reporter her son came running up saying, "Mom, the cat is very hurt. Can we keep it? Can we fix it?" The kitten, later named Peaches, was skinny, scared, and had a badly infected eye. The family brought Peaches to the Humane Society of Yuma, where Executive Director Annette Lagunas said the infection was so severe that one eye had to be removed. After surgery and plenty of care, Peaches recovered and moved right in with the Berry family. Zayn never regretted losing his board. In fact, the Humane Society and a local skate shop surprised him with a brand new one. He told People magazine later, "I can get another skateboard, but I can't get another Peaches." Now 9 years old, Zayn and Peaches are best friends. He says he loves me and sleeps right next to my face and gives me kisses in the morning. We are meant to be together. He's my best friend. This month, Zayn's kindness was honored in New York City, where he received the Kid of the Year award at the 2025 ASPCA Humane Awards. He said, "A life is better than anything materialistic. Try to help. Even a little bit brightens everyone's day." We've linked photos of Zayn and Peaches, plus the full list of the ASPCA Award winners in the show notes. Before we wrap up today's show, let's check out a few more headlines that'll leave you smiling, because there's always more room for good. First up, a 4-year-old from Michigan turned his recycling project into a mission of kindness. Inspired by a classroom lesson on giving, he started collecting soda cans and donations to help a local dog rescue. In just a few weeks, he raised over $300 and gathered 30 wish list items for the pups in need. Proof that you're never too young or too small to make a difference. Next, an 80-year-old man sent his adult softball team a heartfelt message late one night, thanking them for giving him purpose. He told his teammates their friendship is the reason he gets out of bed every morning and stays motivated to stay active. A simple reminder that community and belonging truly keep us going. Then students in North Carolina turned their food drive into a full-on celebration of generosity. They built a domino display using 2,915 donated food boxes that wound through the school halls and into the gym. When the final box toppled, cheers erupted, and the shelves at their local pantry were suddenly full. And finally, new research that analyzed more than 100,000 daily activities found that people are significantly happier doing almost anything with others, from laundry to workouts to reading. Psychologists say shared experiences fulfill a deep biological need for connection. Want to find out about any of these stories? We've got them all linked in the show notes. Let's take a moment for Amy's altitude check and let the good really sink in. Sometimes God puts a quiet nudge on your heart, that little whisper to step out, speak up, or do something brave. And when you feel that nudge, even when the world says you're too old to learn how to swim, or you're not sure anyone will care about your story, or when you have to give up something to save a life, that's God working through you. Those moments lead to world records, viral stories that touch countless lives, and animal rescues that will melt even the most hardened of hearts. So this week, if you feel that nudge, act on it, step into it, because every time you do, you bring a little more light into the world. And that's where the good always begins. That's it for this week's Feel Good Flyover. If you're ready to bring a little sweetness into your weekend, we've linked 22 cozy fall dessert recipes from pumpkin bundt cakes to bourbon pecan pies right in the show notes. Let me know which one you're planning to try because I read each and every comment. Thanks for spending a few minutes with us today. If you loved these stories, share the episode, tag a friend, help spread the good. Until next time, I'm Amy Hess, reminding you to keep going and to look for the good.